Hi, friends. Look who I have with me. I have the fantastic and fabulous ALEY from Heart and Soul Connected. I am so excited. A, because you're here, and I think you're fabulous, and I think that you know that I think that you're fabulous. And B, because this is quite the switcheroo, right?
Yeah.
The
And
first
it's nice.
time.
I like it. Yeah.
Well, not the first time I was on YouTube, but really like the first time I was on YouTube, if you know what I mean. I was on your channel and you were asking me to share my story, and I told you that I was all inspired and I was going to do all these things, and this is a way of holding me accountable that I did it, and I'm very proud of myself, and I have you to thank for it. Because I don't think that you realize how inspirational you are to me and to so many other people.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I appreciate you so very much. So grateful for you.
Thank you.
So let's just take a moment and say hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Chris Martin and Anna Banana and Ron.
Butterfly Kisses. Yes. I had a wonderful healing session on Monday night with Butterfly Kisses. Yes, I did.
Awesome.
And it was very
Is she not fantastic?
She is wonderfully fantastic. Yeah. Ron says he can't see me.
Oh.
Wow.
Take off your glasses, Ron. No.
Oh, Juno says it too. So does Chris. What the heck? I don't know. I am here.
I can see her.
Yeah, I can see myself. Cannot, Chris says. Should I go back out and come back in?
Yes, please do, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Okay. All right. She will be right back with us. So thank you, everyone, for being patient. Will we work out our little bit of technical difficulties here? ALEY has gone out, and she's coming right back in. Can you see me now?
Really? Oh. It's a black screen where I am, they're telling me. I wonder if, remember we had 2 StreamYards opened, maybe?
Oh, maybe that's it. I don't know.
Channel dashboard. How about now, guys?
Oh, they're saying there you are. Yay!
Some problem with StreamYard. Sorry. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I am so pleased that you're here. We're trying to take a deep dive into like, how do we achieve overall wellness? I mean, that is the theme, right? And so we've got like this great lineup of people that have come on already, and some more to come, where we're discussing, you know, either their specialty or different elements or just their personal experiences, very similar to the series that you did with Resilience. My goal is just to pass as much information along as we possibly can. So as we get started, everybody get comfortable, grab your snacks, and I'm going to put ALEY on the hot seat and ask her some icebreaker questions. And I encourage everyone in the chat to follow along and answer if you feel the need to, because it's a lot of fun when we do that.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right. Favorite comfort food?
Oh God. Well, I really like the macaroni and cheese that comes with the squishy cheese that you make. You know, that's a great comfort food. So I like that. And I also love green bean casserole.
Thank you, Chris Martin. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Second question.
Yep.
Most rebellious thing you did as a teenager?
Oh, let's see. I was a wimp, number one, but I did do a few rebellious things. And mostly it was with my dad at Christmas with the tinsel. I think I've talked about the tinsel torment that I've had with my dad.
I don't remember the tinsel.
Don't remember that? Okay. So every year, yeah, we would, you know, trim the tree. And my dad was the tinsel prince. He had to have it put on one string at a time. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
let's throw it. It looks really fancy if you throw it on.
Do you mean like those icicle
The
thingies?
icicle, the long
Oh,
silver ones? Yes.
those
Yes.
things that the cats used to eat and
Oh,
then
sure. And it would come out
regurgitate
the
like
other end.
days later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that, but Dad was not happy. And every year I try it, and every year you get mad at me. So finally, I just stormed off and I slammed my feet going up the stairwell. You know, I was having a tantrum,
Yep.
and my father, "You come down here right now!" And I was in high school. I wasn't a little kid, and we got in a snit. And so, what my tinsel torment taught me was that it would be something I could recognize when it came time to my dad being on the other side. And he came through at one day with Susan and I, and he said, somebody said, remember those the tinsel torment, or the tinsel we had a problem with? I knew immediately it was my dad. And somebody else said, well, it could have been somebody else's dad. Everybody does that. And Susan said, I didn't do that with my dad. I don't think everybody.
I never did that with my dad either.
But I never really spoke. I was a wimp. Yeah, I was a wimp when it came to that. But,
Wow.
Yeah.
I like to share in some of the answers as well, because I think it's just kind of a cool thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And, helps to people to get to know a different side of the person on the other side of the screen.
Right.
And I'm almost afraid to say one of mine. I'm trying to think of something more mild.
And you got a cattail right above your chair. That was so cute.
Okay. Yeah, they're running all around, because when I start talking, they're like, woohoo, mommy's awake. Let's talk. The most rebellious, not the most, but one of the most rebellious things I ever did was I was desperate to get my driver's license. And my parents had got divorced, and so there was no way I could get my license, right? Like, we just couldn't afford it.
Right.
And I was like almost 18. So I had waited a long time.
You did wait. Yeah.
And I just decided one day that I was going to take the garbage out. And I just went for a drive. Without a license. And I didn't get, I came home and confessed, because obviously the car was missing. My mother noticed. But right. I knew how to drive. It's not that I didn't know how to drive. I just didn't have a license, which is, you know.
I thought you were going to tell me you got in an accident or something. No, that's good.
No,
that's good.
I came home like 3 hours later. I had said I was going to take the garbage out. I came home 3 hours later, and my mother just did one of these things. Like, she just pointed, like, just go to your room. And I was like, see ya. Yeah. I'm gone.
That's
so bad. All right. Next question. What are 3 things that you always carry in your purse or in your bag?
I always have, credit cards and stuff like that, or my wallet. That's certainly one thing. I don't carry very much. I carry a brush, and I have a pen in there usually, because if I have to write something down, because I leave my notebooks in the car. Gotcha. So I always have my notebook so I can write in it. I have a car notebook. I have a RV notebook. I have a bunch of different notebooks.
I got you. So I always have my essential oil, my anti-stress oil that I use. Oops, where's the camera? Right there. I always have that with me. I always have my gum, right? Okay. For when I get nervous. And I usually always have a pen.
Do you too? Okay.
Like, I almost freak out if I don't have a pen, and I don't know why. It doesn't even make any sense, because nobody writes down anything anymore, right? But
that's true. But you have one. You always have an opportunity. Somebody might say, "Oh, does anybody have a pen?" Or you may have to sign something.
100%. Okay. Best advice you have ever received?
I think it was from my mother, and it was something that she would say when I felt like I couldn't do something. And so it's kind of, I'm not, don't get me wrong, because I'm also not one of those people that is that patriotic or
Right.
I just not. But she used to say to me, always remember that you can, and remember that the last 4 letters of the word American are I can. So anytime
Wow.
I would, yeah. And it was more her love of the country or whatever it was, but
Right.
she just wanted me to, to have that. But again, I'm not the flag waving type. So
Right.
yeah.
But I mean, that's,
It's kind of a cool thing to say.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's kind of an interesting a piece of advice, right? But I mean, it's still empowering and uplifting at the same time, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I remember it like she said it yesterday, because
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. I don't really know what the best piece of advice is that I have received, because I've received an awful lot, especially in the last 9 years. But something that my parents always tried to do was just to always encourage us, right?
Yeah.
And no matter what it was, constantly encourage us to strive to be, the best that we could be, right? Sort of like
Not to
shine.
give up. Yeah. Not to give up.
I think
Good.
that's important, especially being a female, right?
Miss Charlotte, don't get pregnant. That's good advice.
I love it. Okay. Song that always makes you want to get up and dance or sing out loud.
Oh God. I'm a Freddie Mercury freak, but I'm going to pick something else totally different, because I love Whip It by Devo. It's one of my favorites, dancing. Yep. But I also love, what is it? Mike Reno and Lover Boy or something like that. And it's something everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah.
Cool song. Cool song. I don't have a clue why. I mean, not that I love Michael Jackson. So one of my songs is Michael Jackson's "The Way You Make Me Feel."
Oh, cool! Very good beat.
There's just something about that song that does it for me. Yeah. And the sing out loud song is just, silliness. Really, it's. I don't even know if anyone is even going to know what I'm talking about. There was a song that was written many years ago, like 60s, 70s. I have no idea what the name of it is. And this isn't a part of the skill testing question. It's just, I'm just being honest. But my dad used to sing it all the time.
Okay.
And and it goes like this. I'm not going to sing. Like, once I was swimming across Turtle Creek, man, them turtles all around my feet. And there was just something about it and the beat. And when I think about it, I remember my dad played the spoons. And so he's playing the spoons and, he snapped his fingers, and then he'd like hit your knee with the spoon. And it was like a whole bit, a whole thing.
A whole shtick.
Every once in a while, I remember that song and think like that. It's a really neat little memory, right? In a cute little package.
I have that with the wildwood weed. The wildwood weed grew wild on the farm, and it goes on. And then wildwood weed actually is pot. And then the next thing he remembers, he was naked swinging on a windmill. And every time I heard that, I thought of that. Oh, that's great, Steel Maidens. Yes. Good advice. Great advice. Yep.
All right. ALEY, where is your happy place?
My happy place is Maui. I love Maui. It is, we used to go every December. We went for like 5 or 6 years, and it was just the anticipation and the relaxation, and I love it very much. But I have been called to a place that I believe might also make me happy, but never been to, and that is Alberta.
It is absolutely,
it looks magical. There. Lake Louise, Banff. It just looks like a place.
I used to live in Alberta. It's beautiful.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Very,
I
very
also know they have a lot of,
small
it's the
period of
second
time.
largest UFO sighting place in the country, in our two countries. Yeah,
Possibly.
that's what I heard. Yeah.
I hate to admit as a Canadian that I don't know that, but I actually don't know that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Someone else just watched the Wild Weed video.
Oh, Juno, isn't it a fun song? Good. Oh, okay. No room. All right.
Yeah. My happy place is pretty much anywhere outside. I have a funny story that I thought that I would particularly share with you. Some of the people have heard me say this already, but I want to share this with you. I actually left the house last week. I got myself in my car and I decided I was going to go to the park, which is on the shore of Georgian Bay, and I was going to film a sunset video.
Ooh,
and I'm talking away and I'm filming it, and it's beautiful sunset. It was cold and the water was
I bet. Yep.
The whole video went sideways and all choppy on me. It didn't even work.
Oh.
I got myself like all in a dither, like should I, shouldn't I, do I, don't I? But I went and I was like celebrating it, and then I came home and I was like, oh, what a defeat. but I snapped some photos, so I felt better about it. But anyway. Okay. So we got that part out of the way. Now we're feeling all chill and relaxed, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
So can you tell us, please, ALEY, share with us your spiritual journey or whatever you want to share with us about your spiritual journey?
I would be happy to do that.
Thank you.
So when I was a young girl when I was very young, I had a invisible friend named Billy. I don't remember anything about it except that my mother told me this. And but I don't sit there. Billy's there. Billy was with me the whole time. In high school, I started getting a little more mystical, but you go to the bookstore in high school in the 70s, and there's no books on anything except astrology. And the astrology is, read this for Libra, read this for Capricorn, read, whatever it is.
That's right.
And so I did that for a while. And then I began I went through some marriages. I went through some real hell. And then when I got married, divorced from my second husband, I began taking karate classes, and that was life-changing. It was wonderful. And my mother had a fit.
I always knew you were a badass. I didn't know you took karate, but I always knew you were a badass. Sorry.
Well, I wanted to be a karate teacher at some point because, I like teaching. And but I ended up hurting my neck. And it, just because I tense up if I was going to fall down. You're supposed to just fall and relax. But it was a nice experience, except my poor mother, she was so shaken up. What is she doing? But, it's good for lots of things. It was good for self-defense and everything. So that worked out okay. I would say that in the 80s, that was the 80s. In 87, I met my spirit guide. I was meditating, and she told me her name was Darlene, and I told her I don't like that name. So she said, you can call me Darla. So nice. I thought that was interesting. So I went downstairs. Nobody was in the room with me. I went downstairs. My 3-year-old is playing with his cars, and he looks up. Hi, Mom. Where's Darla? Wow. I nearly fell over, And, I'm sure he has it, but he's shut way down. He isn't this way. So in the early 90s, I began working with my teacher. Several teachers. I learned all about rocks, and I learned all about Native American spirituality. And about the same time, Dances with Wolves came out, and I felt it was the best thing that could have happened to us here because we really saw the other side. Right. So that was magical. And I ended up going to a powwow with a lot of Native Americans. I did the medicine wheel. I did everything.
Very cool.
Let's see. Then I became like a universal life minister. Not, it's like you send it in and they send you a thing and say, yeah. I moved to Houston and I started to work with master's degree stuff after a period of time. And I didn't do anything spiritually really because everybody there is spooked by it. I had a magazine come and it was a New Age pyramid magazine. And it sold stuff, like candles and all that.
Right.
And so my neighbor got put in my neighbor's box, and they came over and threw it at me and said, "You're one of those." Oh my God, it was voodoo,
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much what happened there. When I met
Do you not
Keith,
think, sorry to interrupt you, but do you not think that the major misconception that, the word spirit or spirituality is considered, like the work of the devil, or, it's evil or something like that?
Yeah. If you haven't turned over your life to Jesus Christ, then you're not any good. Now, I went to church when I was a kid. I was a Sunday school teacher. I was in the choir, and I never really turned away from it. It's just that I knew there was more.
Right.
There was, and I never, so for me, spirituality did that for me.
Interesting.
So then I met Keith. I was online. I was going to write a book, and there was this book selling thing where you could work with authors and you could do stuff. And I went in and I signed up, and there was a chat room. That was like in 99, 2000.
Oh, yeah.
And it said other writers can chat here. So I went in, and he was there, and he said, "Oh, hi, I've been waiting for you." And
that's so
we
sweet.
were the only two. Yeah. So to me, that was kismet. It was like, this is meant to be. So
that's so sweet.
It really is. So, I had periods of time where my spirituality was like right now is really, really high. And I've had times where, I had to get by. Like I had things I had to do. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, they do, Shield Maiden. Absolutely. They do have to be educated. Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. And so, it was like in the Resilience series, what brought me here was I always would look at different videos, but nothing major. And we were really concerned about the Orange Man, and what was going to happen. And that brought me here and my husband here. And then we met Andrea, and everything. Boom. Yeah. So
kaboom.
And I love
is what happened. Kaboom.
Yeah, and I absolutely love talking to people, bringing people in, supporting people. I think it's more of a it's not a competition.
I know that you do that, and you do that very well.
Yep. Thank you. Jesus was within me. Church, it was like people would go to church, Miss Charlotte, and they would be all holy, and then they'd get out in the parking lot and, "Will you move your car? What's the matter with you?" It's like, okay, that lasted 10 minutes. Yeah.
I was lucky that way. We went to Sunday school for a couple of years, but we were a religious family in the terms, like we believed in God and that sort of thing, but we did not attend a church on a regular basis. I'm probably the most religious person out of my family, which is not
saying much.
I enjoy going to church on Christmas Eve.
It's very sacred.
I love watching the children do the Christmas story or the Christmas pageant that they're having, and listening to the choir sing, all of I like that. Just lifts me up and inspires me. But that's kind of really it.
I understand.
So I wouldn't, if this journey that I'm on now was happening to me 20 years ago, I don't know that I would have ran into that. Only because, but I can't say for certain.
No.
So the last question that I have for you is, what do you think is the key to achieving overall wellness? Or, what was it for you that made you sort of feel whole again?
I think that
I realize that's a loaded question. Sorry.
Oh, I know. And I'm probably not going to give a very, very deep answer here, but I think that what it is all about balance.
Yes.
And I'm sometimes out of balance myself. So I'm not perfectly balanced at times. And I'm a Libra, so I seek balance, which is really weird. But when I came back to what I do on YouTube with you guys and how much I enjoy you all, it's not work. It's play. It's fun. It's light. And there's a sense of, I think it's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what, and I didn't know that when I first started. I just had to to take a risk and jump
Right.
off the cliff. And that's what you did. And I can't tell you how much I am blown away by it, because you were in a situation that was difficult to power through. And
It most definitely was.
yeah.
And I'm nowhere near 100% by any
Oh,
stretch of the
no. But none of
imagination,
us are, Kelly. None of us.
no, I mean, I've gone a distance.
Yes, you have.
I've gone a distance, and I have a major distance in front of me.
Mm-hmm. But you're having fun.
Well,
And
you know what, ALEY? I'm having fun, but for the first time in 9 and 3/4, almost 10 years, I am excited.
I can tell.
And I haven't lost my enthusiasm, and I am just, I really, honestly, I have a difficulty articulating it. I just feel fantastic. I just feel fantastic.
And you really are articulating it, because that's exactly how I feel. I do. I feel it when I see it like happening with other people.
Yes.
Like when Kevin's Loving Vibrations started out, I was like, oh, look at this guy. I'm trying to,
exactly.
And then, and the Nasty Women or whoever it was. And I think to myself, this is what we're all supposed to do, is to lift each other up in ways that we can. And sometimes we can't. Sometimes things are really difficult for us personally or in the world, but 100%. We can be here together. Yeah, we can be here together. And I can't tell you. I have told my husband, and I've told some other people, that the transformation that I've seen with you is just, and I know you have a long way to go. Well, so do I, but it's just amazing to me. And it makes me so happy.
Yeah. I
But it is about balance, don't you think? Because you didn't have much balance when you were sitting.
I had zero balance,
right?
But I wasn't allowing balance in my life.
No, you
because
weren't.
I was trying so hard to protect myself.
Sure, you were very deeply hurt.
Yeah. For me to have balance would have meant that I would have had to put a wall or 12 down, and I wasn't prepared to do that, because I didn't know how to protect myself.
Yep.
And I didn't realize that I didn't know how to protect myself.
Right.
I've had 3 significant events happen within this year that have chipped little pieces away of the hurt. God knows how many more pieces there are to fall out, but the fact that I can feel the relief already is so empowering and so encouraging that is what is propelling me forward, with a smile on my face for the first time in 9 years. So and also coming from a place of gratitude.
It gives me the goosebumps, Kel. It really does.
I'm also coming from a place of gratitude, and I've said this before. I'm like, honestly, I'm ashamed to admit that I wasn't coming from a place of gratitude, but I wasn't happy at all. I wasn't pleased. My life sucked, and it was all me, and I wasn't happy. I was put in the spot I was in. I didn't choose it. I had no control over it. And I stayed that way for 9 years. It wasn't until I came to this community and started listening to people and feeling people and understanding that
you weren't alone. Yeah, you weren't alone. Not here. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, that is the most phenomenal thing about this community, is that you are not alone, right?
Right.
And I have said that. I said that on your show. I say it every night on my own chats and my own channel. You spend 1 week in this community, in the chats. I mean, you have to participate, right?
Sure.
You're not going to feel alone anymore.
That's right.
You're not going to be fixed. You're not going to be cured by any stretch of the imagination, but you are definitely going to know that people are there for you. They love you. They support you. They care about you.
Yep. And I think something that's important to say as well is that happiness is a choice. It is your choice or anyone else's choice No
Yeah.
one else can make you happy except yourself. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And it all starts where? It all starts right here, right?
That's
You
right.
got to love
Right
this
here in
thing
your heart.
up. You
Yep.
know, you got to love this thing up. And once you start loving that thing up, and you chip a little piece away and you chip a little piece away, and you have this phenomenal support network sort of thrusting you forward. My God, I feel like I could take on the world, which, like, let's be clear, I probably get exhausted if I walk to the kitchen. But I mean,
It's a feeling,
feel
though. Yeah, it's an expansion of
Yeah.
all that potential that
Yeah.
you had let sit for so long as well. Yeah.
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 That is so lovely, Juno. I love that.
Yeah, I'm happy, Juno, for that. Yeah. Yeah.
God bless you. That's such a beautiful thing. Okay, so ALEY is here. And honestly, I'm like I feel like a little kid. I'm kind of like what's the saying? It's coming around. What my mom used to say, I'm tickled pink that you are here. Like, honestly, I feel like I mean, you know, like my teacher's with me. Do you know what I mean? And like this is my like this is my moment to show you what you taught me. So it feels kind of cool and kind of
Well, you passed the class really well, Kel. You've passed the class and you're really soaring toward an A. I tell you that.
So ALEY is here to talk about oracle cards, what oracle cards did for her, why she started using them, you know, what she thinks they can do for you, the benefits of them. And then we're going to throw some oracle cards. Please don't everybody say, oh, I want a card, because I will not be able to keep up. I'm just telling you that right now. But you go ahead and do your thing. I'm going to shuffle up while you're talking.
All righty.
And we'll throw some cards.
One of the biggest difficulties I had when I came here was I've studied everything. I've studied the runes, the I Ching. I've spent time with the tarot. And I don't feel like all of those things work really well for me particularly.
Right.
Because I'm an English teacher and I'm actually a literature teacher, I use a lot of metaphor and I use a lot of simile and all that stuff. So when I found the oracle cards, I just felt like, wow, this is really speaking to me. This is standing up and, you know, and I think the thing that really was funny this weekend was just how you could pull from different decks and sometimes get the same message. Because I was reading for somebody and it said surrender to playfulness, and then I got playful on the next card, and it was like this is the answer. You don't need to go any further, you know.
Yeah.
So I love them, but I
want to show you this.
Spurts.
Sorry, I've interrupted you like 100 times already. I'm so sorry, but you said that.
Yeah.
You won't. I mean, okay. I don't think that I have a particular gift when it comes to reading cards, right? I have said I don't consider myself a reader, and other people are like, no, you're reading it. Okay. Yeah. So this is my deck of oracle cards. If I can figure out where the camera is.
Oh, postcards. They're great. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is how many cards are in that pile. Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
So 2 nights ago, I pulled the same card twice.
Yep. Isn't it wonderful when that happens?
Last night, I pulled that card again. 3 times in 2 days. And I was like, okay, either we are slow learners or so. I'm not sure.
Got to get the message. Yeah.
but to your point, it was like, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, I am floored every time something like that happens.
Yep. Yeah,
and I agree. I just had to share that. Go ahead.
That's wonderful, and that happened to me a couple of times. When I was working with Kim, I was using. I don't have that deck with me, but I tend to go through spurts of which deck calls to me, and that's fine. Yeah. And I feel comfortable with that. But sometimes the deck is so attached to me and I'm attached to it that it just feels like, oops, I have to pull from this one, or I have to have these, or I have to look into it a little bit more. So yeah, I agree. And yes, I agree with you, Shill Maiden. A lot of us are pulling the same cards. It's right. You're absolutely right.
You know, I never understood when readers would say, being in the chat and watching them, and they would say, oh, I'm feeling drawn to this deck, or I feel like I
Right.
need, or which deck will I? And I was like, I mean, really? I
Yep.
get it, because I've
Yep.
actually literally sat here and went, yeah, no, this is the one I need.
Yeah. And Flowing says, believe in the possibilities. And I agree with that. And I also agree
Sorry,
that,
Flowing. I'm trying to shuffle and click comments at the
I
same
know,
time.
it's fine.
Hey, working
But
this
there are-
backstage stuff is not easy.
No, it's not for the weekend. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. But other people have said that, that when they pull a card and it's like really weird. It's like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do with this?
Right.
And then they say, well, I don't know what this means, but I'm going to tell you. And those people are blown away because they understand it.
Yes.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Ellie, can I ask you a question? What if you could describe, and I mean, I wouldn't ask you to do it in one word, but just in a couple of words, what do you think that the Oracle cards did for you?
I think they
first started pulling them.
Yeah.
What did they do for you?
They opened up my unconscious mind, or my unconscious, and they helped me stop saying, that can't be right. That can't be right. I can't do this. Or
Right.
I'm because I didn't consider myself anything except
Right.
maybe a teacher, not an Oracle reader. And tarot still, I've tried learning it so many times. I just don't feel like it
just
always
doesn't speak
right
to you.
for me. Right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the thing that I'm finding, because I'm new to Oracle cards.
Mm-hmm.
I've done, I do a couple of spreads or whatever, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, eerily accurate.
Correct. Yeah. And I like these. One of them that I really like, the Power of Surrender deck that I have. I think we always need to surrender something. So to me, I think they're always valuable, because we could have things that we're not even realizing we're holding on to. So I like the messages that come out of that.
Yes. I seem to gravitate towards decks that don't necessarily, like, I don't have there's no set, like, I'm all about nature, or I'm all about mermaids, or whatever. Like, I seem to be all over the page. It's the cards that speak to me.
That's right.
And I have about 10 decks.
Good.
And
I won't tell you how many I have, because I have over 100.
Oh my gosh. And I probably have 9 favorites, is my point. Like,
okay,
they all speak to me, and I'm so grateful that they all speak to me.
Yes, that's very good, because when you're ordering and you don't get the chance to really see them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have one deck that I am determined to master shuffling. I will show everyone in the chat.
Are they big?
But this is how big the card is.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. And that's the size of my hand.
Size of your hand. Yeah.
And there is this many cards in the pile. Like, it's just brutal.
Wow.
So every time I'm shuffling it, I'm like, okay, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Some get a little tedious. Yep. Some get
52
tedious.
pickup is not what I'm into. All right.
Oh, really? 4 different readers, and they were all compelled to the same. Do you know what deck it was, Miss Charlotte? I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
And Shield Maiden, I agree. The Oracle says it, I believe it, and that settles it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, you asked, I'm telling you, and so work it out, Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. Plus, it's a good tool. I mean,
I
we
really
can
believe that.
Yeah, we can work with other things. We could work with pendulums. I have that. I could try that. But I just feel like it's a good starting off point. Yeah.
One of the things that I found really fascinating about the oracles, and I didn't realize this myself, and so I think I'll mention this in case, I'm pretty certain that everyone is familiar with oracles, but I don't know that people know that almost all of the cards come with a book, right?
They do. Yep.
And you can do a reading with just oracle cards.
Oh yeah.
And because just like Shield Maiden is saying, I have always seen it, or my experience, before I arrived on my channel with oracle cards, was that readers would use them as like a little addition to a reading.
Yeah,
not
I agree.
necessarily as a reading, if you understand what I mean. And I wasn't aware that you could do that. And I've used them on myself, and they're very accurate.
They are.
So that's interesting to me. Okay, so who would like a card? I've got all kinds of cards here. So I don't want to like yell all the names out, but if you know me, you know the cards that I have. So I've got the color deck.
Yeah.
I've got the little mini chakra loves. I've got Soul's Journey. I've got the Zodiac Moon, the Guiding Light, the Guardian Angels, the Native Spirit deck, the Language of Flowers. So if you want something specific, yell her out.
Yeah.
If you just want a card, Allie and I will both give you one.
So I have Soul Coaching. That's one of my decks. Soul Coaching.
Do you know what? Do you like those cards? Because I keep looking at it to get it, and I'm like, I don't. There's no pictures, so I can't see them. Do you know what I mean? Like online.
That's the one. They're like this. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
But remember when I said the playful, surrender to playful, and then I pulled one out from this deck that said playfulness.
Yeah.
So
I've seen.
I got that one
before. I just didn't know
that's what these are. Power Surrender cards by Judith Orloff.
Nice.
Yep. And I also love these new ones, the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards.
Nice.
They're awesome. And of course, I got oil painters, and I like oil painters, and they're just the right size.
Her cards are beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shield Maiden would like a soul coaching card.
Okay.
Allie is on it.
All right. Let's see what you need to know today.
Hi, Anna Banana.
Oh, it's telling you that you should be delighted. Look at this, delight.
Love it.
And it says, I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. Oh,
love it.
Very nice. Uplift yourself. Look at the birds, how they uplift each other. And remember, we talked about this before, but when birds fly together, that's what they do, because they get together to uplift each other in their wings. Yeah. So there you go, honey. Delight. Yeah. Hi, Val.
Everyone who just joined us, Jalicia and Valerie and Anna Banana. And I'm so sorry that I haven't said hi to everyone in the chat, but
yeah, me too.
I am working it today.
Yeah.
I'm working hard for my money today.
Oh, and I sent Valerie some Inner Peace deck. Isn't it nice, Valerie? I did. She's been so good to me for so long. I sent her one for Christmas, and so good. I'm glad you love them, honey. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull a color card because most people love the color cards. Most people don't know what the color cards are. This is like one of my favorites. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see if I can make them fly. No, don't fly. That was a joke. No, sometimes they just go ripping right across the room. And
I know they do, don't they? Isn't it funny? Yeah.
All right. I keep pulling this card. All right. We have Amber. Ooh. Awaken your creativity, Amber.
Ooh.
Gorgeous card.
That. There's actually a stone that I just got, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's made into a flame. The stone it was carved, and it looks just like that. It is an amber, but it's very similar to that.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Juno.
Yeah,
that's so kind. Bronx Sage, you want a guiding light oracle?
Okay.
Allie will pull one for you. I'll pull one for you.
Yeah.
You're not the only one who's amazed about the lives. That's why I did that comment.
Well, and I mean, that's one of the things that blow me away about you too, that you have gone live so soon. in your career on YouTube, and it's wonderful. You just jumped in, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I'd jump in
All
with
right,
both feet,
so
right? I mean,
here's-
if I thought about it, I wouldn't have done it.
I know. Here's the card. I just want you to see the picture first. You can
That's
see the
beautiful.
person overlooking the universe, so to speak. And it says, things are not what they seem. You are only trapped by your illusion.
Wow.
Yeah. Try to give up the idea that you know the answer, or that what you see is
Mm-hmm.
not so hot.
All right, Bronx Sage.
Mm-hmm.
Inner dialogue.
I kind of think that matches what I just pulled. It's almost like,
in order for things around you to change, you must first change your inner dialogue.
We do that. I mean, we have an illusion that for some, we're too fat, we're too thin, we're too old, we're too young. And that's an illusion. We have to change that inner dialogue.
100%.
So I love that. That's for you.
Anybody, if I miss you, just
Valerie wants one.
yeah,
Valerie does.
just come back. Don't take it personally.
Yeah. I know. That's the hardest part for us on lives.
Yeah,
not to skip over somebody.
You need someone writing it down for you, or
Yeah.
and I've been going live at 9:00 every night Eastern Standard Time, and just chatting, pulling some oracle cards,
Isn't
and
it
doing
fun?
that because people
Practice.
seem to have a need to do that, or
Yes.
like to be somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my husband upstairs doing the moderating.
I know, he's wonderful. Look at how he just jumped to that for you. That's so awesome.
I am very, very fortunate.
You are lucky. So who was it that was asking? Oh, it was Valerie.
Would like a card.
Okay. So Valerie, you are to surrender to wonder and awe. Ooh, wonderful. And it says, open up to the magic of every moment, sense the awe and wonder in all of life. It will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. There's nothing better than flow. It does feel very much like ecstasy. You're like, wow, this is great,
I love it.
Good.
Valerie, I pulled gratitude for you.
Uh-huh.
This is from the Soul's Journey deck. I love the images in this deck.
Uh-huh.
And the message on the gratitude card says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents.
Yes, and Valerie's another one that's come a very long way on her channel. And
100%.
100%.
I think that I seen Catherine says that she will have what Bronx Sage is having.
All right. Sounds good to me. All right. Mm-hmm.
I was teasing in the chat a couple of days ago and said I need to see if I can get my hands on an automatic card shuffler. My parents used to have one back in the day.
I used to do that when I worked at the bank. They had a money shuffler, and you'd put in like a 20s. And we go, yeah. Oh, yeah. I always, it's funny, too, because I worked in a bank for many years, and I handled lots and lots and lots of money, but never had it, Yeah. And I always treated it just like it was just a piece of paper, because you can't go with it.
Because you don't own any part of it. Yeah.
Well, this is
I used to work at a drugstore, and I used to have to count all the all of the lottery tickets and the $2 bills.
Oh wow. Yeah.
$2 bills don't go through that machine, just so you
know. The things that we've done. I have to tell you this.
Counting by hand.
This is very interesting that Catherine asked for what Bronx Sage had, because she got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what? It's also a number 7, which, woohoo. Again, things are not what they seem. You're only trapped by your illusion.
Wow. Look at that.
Ooh, is that ever cool? Wow.
Okay. The blame game.
Ooh, okay.
Card number 27.
Okay.
It is time to take ownership of the life that you are creating.
similar message. I mean, it's
Yes.
all the same thing. It's telling us that we need to change our thoughts. We need to
Yes.
change the way we,
100%.
yeah. With
100%.
lots of support from all of us, honestly. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Butterfly Kisses. Let me just scroll down here a bit. All right.
I think Juno wanted one, but there may be somebody before her. I don't know. On a Banana does.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Juno. I'm kind of feeling like 2 cards for you.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Because I don't know why. I just kind of feel it. I'm going to pull you a native spirit card and a color card. Not really sure either one why. I just feel that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Sorry, these cards are really noisy. Notice how I said it's the cards and not me.
You. All right, Juno. I pulled 3 because I just felt it was necessary. You're being asked to surrender to play. Look at that. There it is, the card I was telling you about. This card says take a break from overthinking, do something fun and play. It's recreational and rejuvenating. The other card I have is silence. And it says, no matter what's going on, I am serene. So, and then I get the play card in oil painters. Look at this, the playground.
Very nice.
Go down and get on the swings. Go get on the swing set. Yeah.
Very cool. So I pulled a color card for you, Juno. It is the color lilac.
My favorite.
I mean, just look at that.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Beautiful. The message on this card says, strengthen your faith. And then I pulled the Native Spirit deck. And it is the Spirit of Air.
Cool.
Now, there is a huge message that comes with this, but I will dive into it a little bit so that you can understand it. It's not really fair to give you a card that is sort of left open like that. You know what I love about this book? That it's alphabetical.
There you go.
What I don't like is that I still can't find the messages. No pressure.
Nah,
all
they're
right.
impatient.
Spirit of Air. Card meaning, clarity and expansive perception of life is emerging. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective. Clear out mental clutter. Breathe. All is well. Your native spirit wants you to know that the spirit of air represents the mental aspect of your life. It's the part that has the capacity to discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Though seemingly subtle and unseen, air is composed of the most rarefied energy fields, and we're in constant communication with the vast universe through our breath.
I have to tell you the power of air, because I'm an air sign and so is my husband.
Right.
We spend a lot of time in mental, and that's really not what you should be doing all the time. So yeah.
Right. All right, Anna Banana, you're up. Oh, thanks, Valerie. She's saying powerful readings, beautiful cards.
All right, Anna. Look at this picture. It's really nice. Look at
gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's reflective, very reflective.
Yeah,
of a picture.
It looks like she's like either looking into a thing of water or floating in water.
Right. Yeah. It says it's all in divine order. It's all in divine order. Allow. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? So relax yourself. And it is a water. It is water. It's like go with the flow, that kind of thing. So, yep.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Give me 1 second, Anna Banana. 1 second. So we've recently redid my office, and I'm literally sitting in the closet now.
Oh, you are? You'd be amazed at my size of this area here. It's very small.
Yeah,
It's very
well,
small.
the closet isn't exactly huge.
Right.
On a banana, we have Change from the Soul's Journey deck. It's a beautiful image on that card.
Mm-hmm.
Messages: I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And then I chose from the Guiding Light Oracle deck.
Uh-huh.
I have Path of Least Resistance. Messages: when all doors seem to be closed, it is because you have not tried to open the correct one just yet.
Wow. Well, Anna says she loves being in water. She should have been a fish. That's awesome.
I love it. Anna Banana, you're probably right. They probably don't make automatic card shufflers for Oracle cards, but I'd give it a shot. All right, who's next? Bum, 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 bum.
I think we caught up.
Shield Maiden, water, flowing, saying she can't wait for Shield Maiden to go live. Do it. Go live.
Shield Maiden, you'll have to come on my show, and you probably have to come on Kelly's show.
100%.
Sometimes that breaks the ice, don't you think, Kel?
100%.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong message. Delicia will take a card.
All right. Oh, you're so beautiful, Delicia. Is that you?
That is her.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've seen that avatar that you've had up there. That's really awesome. All right. My cards are all mixed up. That's the other thing I really like about oracles. There's no upside down reading, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with opposites. Yeah. I'm going to let you go first because I have all my cards discombobulated. So let me fix that.
Not a problem.
All right.
All right, Jalicia, my dear, from the Guardian Angel. Whoops, sorry. I almost threw that. It's compassion. The message is, dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are.
That's right.
The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are.
Message today seems a lot about us changing our patterns in our thoughts and loving ourselves.
100%.
Okay, so this is your card here. Isn't it gorgeous? And
Lovely.
It looks like a pink water. I know.
Yes.
And it says, you are the truth seeker, awakening, actualizing, and transcending.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in your life as far as your spiritual growth goes, and you are moving up. Absolutely. Oh, that would be wonderful. Divine Shield Maiden said she would love to read with us if one day. Good. I'm glad.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, Shine.
Okay, Shine.
I love that name. I do. I love the name.
Good, Jaleesi. I'm glad it resonated. Good.
Oh, good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
ALEY, this is so much fun.
It is fun.
I could do this all day with you. I feel so comfortable with you. It feels like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So thank you so much.
I agree. I feel that way with you too. And a lot of these, and the people in the chat are just as wonderful to spend time with. So yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh boy.
Last night, a bunch of them spent 4 hours with me.
4 hours? Are you the new Ron?
Well,
Ron's America. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hi. Hello, beautiful Kelly's husband, and thank you for all you do.
Oh, sweetheart, are you in here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Uh-huh.
He's so sweet.
He is. He's wonderful.
Okay, Shine, this is what I pulled from the Zodiac Moon deck for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Moon in Gemini.
Ooh.
Indecision. And you can see that it's like a directional sign, so crossroads. And the message on the top of the card says, should I stay or should I go?
Oh my God, now I hear, should I stay or should I go now?
Right? So, Allie, you pull your card, and I'm going to pull one more card for Shine, and hopefully maybe I can,
absolutely.
Maybe I can tie that thing together.
Shine, you are the joy seeker. Look at this one. Ooh. And
Wow,
we just had the moon in Gemini in that eclipse. The moon was in Gemini and Sagittarius, I think. So you are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? Joy is such a great feeling, honestly. It's
Love that.
Oh, Red Lentils having a lot of readers? Okay.
Yeah, she's having it's a really cool concept that Adrian's doing. She's doing political reads tonight, but it isn't about the people. It's about the persona behind the people.
Ah, there you go.
So that's really interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I have from the Soul's Journey, I have that. I love that image. It says health.
It is. Yes.
It almost looks like a giant salad or like a big cabbage.
It does.
Or something, right? So the message on this card is, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So if you're at a crossroads, perhaps you're, maybe you're stressing about something. So, maybe take a step back, take a breath, just
let it go.
Marinate. Let it marinate, right?
That's right.
And maybe it'll come to you.
I love that. I love that health card. I really do. It's so important for us to honor and value health.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. As much as I love you, honey, you messed me up. Now I'm lost. Where was I? Just kidding. Miss Charlotte would like a spirit card, a nature spirit card from native spirit card from me, and a card from you. You have your spirit cards there, right? Or your native spirit cards, your native cards?
I don't have those with me. I don't think. No. That's all right. CCFBG, thank you, dear. Thank you. And thank you for supporting Kelly all the time while she was going through her process.
For the last 9 years.
You're an awesome guy. Absolutely.
He certainly is. I will share this story because he's in the room. I think this is kind of cute. So just before we got married, my mother called and we were having a chat, and my mom said to me, "Now don't you screw this up." And I was like, well, isn't that the warm and squishy message that we all think we're going to get from our moms? And I was like, okay. And she said, because if you do, I don't know whose side I'll choose. And I'm like,
wow. There's some real love. It's better. Whenever I got married, my mother would say, "Not again." And every time I was pregnant, "Not again." So
yeah. My mother loved my husband, which is, it's just a wonderful thing. Oh, that card fell right.
Miss Charlotte pulled a card for us, and I got nature spirits, and Kelly got medicine bag. Oh, medicine bag. Nice. Wonderful. And I love the nature
I pulled one for you, Miss Charlotte, and I got peace pipe.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
The images on these cards are just gorgeous. Allie, do you have to go? Do you have to fly?
In about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because I have to meet with a student. So yeah. I pulled one for you, Miss Charlotte, and it says Dimensional Gateway. These are the cards that are from Metatron, the Metatron angel cards. It says that you have an invitation to the Dimensional Gateway. And I haven't read, I go by what I believe the message is supposed to be rather than to read it because, and I just feel like you are standing at that gateway and you will be making, it's an invitation to go through the gateway and to be, you know, in the fifth dimensional world, and
Right.
to uplift yourself. And I see you here all the time, so I know you're at that. You're right at the gate, and we're here to support your movement. So,
the little mini message that I'm going to read for you is from the Peace Pipe from the Native Spirit deck. Card meaning: heal old wounds with people and situations. Carefully do whatever you need to do to make amends. Forgive yourself and forgive others. It's time. You no longer need to carry the burden. You are a mender. Help others mend bridges in their lives. You bring peace to the world.
See, everybody has a gift.
Right.
And gifts are, you know, some people have more, or seems like they have more. Like somebody like Susan Lynn blows me away because she's got all these wonderful gifts.
Yes, absolutely.
But most of us are empaths. We're intuitives. We're kind, and we're part of a community. We may not be, you know, at the highest level of what it doesn't. You don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know. Yeah. Yes, it is an opportunity to ascension. Yeah.
Of course, absolutely. And thank you so much, Miss Charlotte, for pulling cards. That was very,
that was very nice. I love nature spirits. Oh my God.
Does anybody else want a card before we go? I don't want to, or I hope I didn't forget about anybody. This was my first.
Somebody let us know. Yeah.
This was my first working a busy chat and shuffling cards all at the same time.
I think you did a good job, Kel. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, Jalicia, have a good day.
Yeah. Thanks, Jalicia. Thank you.
All right. If nobody else wants a card pulled, we're gonna say goodbye and thank you to ALEY, because she says that she needs to. You have a life you might want to get back to.
You know, I just can't wait till all this grading is done, and that should be next week. So
yeah.
Thank you, and bless
Butterfly
you.
Kisses Healing asked for an angel card.
Okay.
All right, my love. I am on it.
Yep. And I'll pull a Metatron one, which is an angel. So. I haven't used these because I walked away from watching Amanda Ellis because she had I had some disagreements with some of the things she was saying, but the cards are wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. So. I was watching her for a bit myself, like before I really found this community, and she started to go a little sideways, and I was like,
she did. Yeah. About the COVID.
I mean, for my taste. Right.
Yeah. Yep. And then I didn't want to be snarky, but she got snarky back with me. And I just said, you know, I don't need to, this isn't what I'm here for. I don't want to get snarky with anybody. Yeah. But I do love it. Go ahead.
Sorry, I pulled the prayer from the Guardian Angel deck.
Okay.
The prayer reads, Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there and all else is an illusion. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well, I get action and movement is needed. And you know what? That action doesn't have to be running down the beach, of course, or running anywhere, but maybe just even mental action in order to get yourself to the place that you would like to be. But I know you're a healer and you do take action, and you are really offering a lot of us a lot of wonderful energy, which
I hope that you're taking good care of yourself. That's kind of what I'm meaning. Maybe you need to give yourself some love too.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah.
But I get it. Yep. I get it. Yeah. So Anna Banana, thank you for saying that. She's saying that Amanda Ellis threw her off after the first reading. But she tried to give her a chance, but she just never really gelled with her. Bronx Sage
there are people like that.
Yeah. Bronx Sage says my cards were exactly what I needed, and your interpretation was spot on. Miss Charlotte says my bills feel real, Kelly. They don't feel imagined at all.
How about this, Miss Charlotte? And something I read somewhere. When you're sitting down with your bills, express gratitude for all the things that come with that bill. You know, you have electricity so you can turn lights on so the heat works or whatever it is. I know this is a stretch.
Yeah.
When you write your check out to the electric company or whatever, put thank you on it. Thank you. So just show gratitude that you are here. And, you know, we all have bills. We all don't like them. But if we could change our mindset about it, we might be able to. Yeah. Anyway, just a suggestion.
ALEY, I can't thank you enough. This was such a treat.
I know it was a treat, and I'd love to do it again. Let's do it again sometime.
ALEY is going to come back, but we're not divulging that secret just quite yet. We're working on something that I believe will be extremely beneficial to everyone. I am so thrilled that you were able to join us today, and I'm so grateful for all the people in the chat that popped in and joined us. I know it's, you know, it's still during some people's day while they're working and stuff. So
right.
Thank you.
I always appreciate you guys, and thank you for being on my channel as well as Kelly's channel. And
absolutely. You can find Heart and Soul Connected in the description box. If for whatever reason you don't know where to find ALEY or you're not subscribed yet, please go over there, check her out. Also, Butterfly Kisses Healing, and there's probably a whole bunch of people in the chat. I know that Ron was in there. I know that Herc was in there. Both those gentlemen have their channels.
Shield Maiden.
Yep, Shield Maiden. Right, we got to share the love and spread it around. I thank everybody here. I love you. I appreciate all of your support, and I am so grateful for you. I couldn't do this without you guys. Seriously, I couldn't. So, ALEY.
Thank you, darling. Yeah. Wonderful.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.